Hello, you are welcome to New Focus Approach to Mathematics, Basic 7. This is revised edition. In this video, we want to look at how to measure angles using a protractor. And you can find this lesson in your book, page 244. Now let's start with the first example. We want to measure the angle A, BC, or you can say CBA with our protractor. But before then, let's understand some few things about protractor. You know, protractor has two calibrations. We have the clockwise calibration and the anti-clockwise. With this one starting from 0 here, we can move clockwise up to 180. And again, we can also go starting from 0 here and go anti-clockwise. Whichever way you go, you get the same answer. Depend on your baseline and where you want to start from. So in this case, we want to have our baseline here. And so we are going to move in anti-clockwise direction. So first, we'll make sure our protractor, that's the middle line, coincide with the meeting point of the line AB and then the line BC. And then also make sure that the line BC, that is our starting point, also coincide with the baseline of the protractor. So exactly as I'm demonstrating here. So now it's time for us to do our reading. So starting from the 0 point, we now read our values. And now you can see that our angle can be read from here. So from this point of 30 degrees, we go to 31 up to 35 here. And then we go to 36, 37, 38, 39, and 40. So our angle is 40 degrees. Let's take another example. In this example, we want to measure an obtuse angle PQR, or we can say RQP. Again, we make sure our protractor, okay, the middle line coincide with the meeting point of the angle. So here we have our protractor positioned very well. And now we are going to take our reading. So again, we are starting from the QR line, which is our baseline, and we go anti-clockwise. So once again, you realize that as you move anti-clockwise direction, our angle keeps on increasing. Now we are at the point of, let's say, 130 here, and then 130 line will be this very one. So again, we can have 131, 132, up to, you can see up to 135. And so here the obtuse angle is 135 degrees. And let's look at the last example. Now in this example, we want to measure a reflex angle, and we know from our notes that reflex angle is an angle that is more than 180 but less than 360. So we are going to measure an angle of this sort, that is the reflex angle POM. And take note that our protractor cannot measure angle more than 180. This very protractor, we have others that can measure up to 360, but this very one that we always use in school is up to 180. So what we have to do is we measure the obtuse angle here, or the internal angle here, and whatever be the value, we are going to now do 360 minus that particular value. So we get our reflex angle. So we always do the internal angle, or the obtuse or the acute angle that will come, then we subtract that from 360, and that will give us the reflex angle. And so let's do that. So we position our protractor, making sure that the center line of the protractor coincide with the meeting point of the two lines. So here we can have this. So once again, we are going to read our value from the origin here and move anti-clockwise. Okay, if we had positioned our baseline at this point on the line OP, we could have taken our reading clockwise direction. That could have given us the same answer. And so from 0 point here, that is the line O, and then M. So we will have 0 up to, I think here is up to 100. Then we track it here, and we can get that to be 100 exactly, or maybe a little bit above, but we can say approximately 100 degrees. And so what we are going to do is, as I said earlier on, we are going to do 360 minus the 100 that we had as our obtuse angle. And when we subtract, that should give us 260 degrees. And so the very angle we are trying to measure, that is the reflex angle, is 260 degrees. This is how we can use protractor to measure angles or various angles. Thanks so much for watching.